Today we will start by silent reading for 10 minutes. On Friday, we all went to the library to pick out books. If you forgot your book today, since we went to the library on Friday and everyone got a book, then today you're going to have to copy the paragraph that I have provided to the guest teacher. So today you'll either be reading your book for 10 minutes or copying the paragraph. Go ahead and pause the video and begin reading for 10 minutes. All right, now that you're done with silent reading, I want you to open up Google Classroom and head on over to this discussion that we did not get to on Friday. So Friday we wrote in our English journal, but we didn't do this discussion. Go ahead and pause the video right now so that everyone can open up Google Classroom. All right, you have two choices here. You're going to take 5 minutes to write, and you're trying to focus on the amount of sugar, fried foods, meat, fish, fresh vegetables, fruit, and so on that you eat daily. And you're only going to answer one of these prompts. So here, the first one is right here. It says, to what extent? Now, what extent means how much, how often, and where does this happen? So to what extent do advertisers influence your choices regarding the amount of water, flavored drinks, including soda, processed foods, meat, fish, fresh fruits, vegetables, fast food, sugar, and the like that you feed your body? So this question in 5 minutes of writing asks you to focus on how much do you receive outside influences that affect your decisions on what and how much you eat. So focus on the where. Where do you see these influences? How often do you think you see these influences? And then ultimately, how much do they influence you? And kind of be reflective, because advertisers are expert at influencing us in ways where we think we're not being influenced. That's your goal. I mean, that's the best kind of influence, where they're getting you to think it's your idea to drink that soda rather than some influence like a ad online, or you go to the movies. I mean, even movies right now. Think about how many commercials that you have to sit through now when you go to a movie. So that's quick right number one. That's one choice. Quick right number two, evaluate your own dietary habits. We made that list of what you eat during the day, and discuss whether and in what ways you might change your diet. So, what are things that you could change about what you eat during the day, and whether you should, and in what ways you would like to? So, you're choosing quick right one or quick right two. You're going to take 5 minutes to write. If you have extra time and you chose one of the quick writes, go ahead and start on the other one. All right, pause the video right now while you take 5 minutes to write. All right, now you have a responsibility to reply to two people, two other students. One of them is the person sitting next to you, so you have to reply to that person. If no one is sitting next to you today, then you reply to someone in front or behind you. Second, you have to reply to somebody that I'm going to pair you up with. So here's the pairs right here. Okay, so we have Brennan and Isaiah, Gio and Jonah, Nicole and Gabby, Joey and Kayla, Rael and Adrian. That's dangerous. Aubrey and Raymond Martin, Alexandria and Fredo, Jalil and Katrina, Cecily and Zachary, Ray and Anissa, Anais and Seth, Eric and Maggie, Danila and Shaylin, Edward and Lily, Angel and I guess Angel, I'll have you reply to Edward, Ashley and Jacob. Ashley's our new student. And please make sure someone gets her the code for Google Classroom. It's on the blog for the beginning of last week. And then Kevin and Damien. Okay, so you're replying to two people, one sitting next to you and the person that you paired to on this list. If you pause the video right now, this list will still be on the screen. All right, next, head over to Google Classroom, and I want you to open up your English journal. So just by clicking right here. All right, anytime we make a new English journal, we go, actually, if go ahead and pause the video right now while everyone opens up their English journal in case it takes a while to load. So pause the video. All right, anytime we make a new English journal, we're going to click in front of our old one and press enter 2 times, press our up arrow twice, come up here, copy this text, and paste it right below these words where it says don't delete this. Press Control V. Okay, this will be English journal number 2. Remember, the new one always goes at the top. Today is the 16th of January. Let's see, we're going to title, where does our food come from? It's going to be our title. We always highlight this text right here, and that's where we start typing. So we're going to make a bulleted list, and I want you to think about where your food comes from. So we're going to like backwards map our food. So it kind of goes like this. So let's say tonight you're having chicken for dinner. Okay, so the final step of that is the piece of chicken is sitting on my plate, ready to eat. So the question is, how did that chicken get there? So press enter. Well, how did it get on your plate, ready to eat? Let's say my mom brought it to the table. All right, so my mom brought it to the table. How to get to the table? Well, let's say again it was your mom. My mom cooked the chicken on the stove. How to get there? Well, my mom took the chicken out of the refrigerator. How to get in the refrigerator? My family and I. And then you go on, like we went to the store, we bought the chicken, and now it becomes tricky. So we know you went to the store, bought the chicken, but where did it come from to get to the store? So I want you to trace it all the way back to where did that chicken come from. Now you don't have to go like all the way back, like item number 35 is and God made chickens. So you have to like go back to the beginning of chickens. But just try to trace that food back. So take about 3 to 5 minutes and try to trace your dinner back to where it came from. All right, please pause the video right now. All right, so you have your bulleted list. Press enter twice so now you have space to write. And I want you to take maybe 5-7 minutes now, and I want you to write on this topic right here. So you're going to read an article called The Pleasure of Food by Wendell Berry. And he says this. So here's kind of a picture on, it's part of the story of where our chicken dinner came from. It says this: the industrial farm is said to have been patterned on the factory production line. In practice, it looks more like a concentration camp. And here he's referring to the concentration camps that the Jews would be kept in during World War II. So we tend to think of farms as being very different from factories and concentration camps. What does the term industrial farm make you imagine? Why would anyone want to make a farm look more like a factory? So, on your English journal, I want you to write about that topic. Why would he say that modern farms? So, I guess, do a couple things. Number one, when you imagine a farm, what do you imagine? Okay. And think of kind of this ideal setting. And then why would Wendell Berry say that actually most farms are more like factories and concentration camps? And why would anyone want to do this? So why do chicken farms look like this and not like the farms we see on like cereal boxes and commercials and old television shows? All right, so I'm going to again give you another 5 to 7 minutes to write about this topic. Please pause the video now.